Got a spicy video for you today. We got a hot topic fresh out of the oven. It's just got, man, it's got a lot of flavor. We're going to be talking about AI and product photography, specifically how AI can help enhance your photos, help you with your commercial photography, just make your photos look great. In this video, we're going to be using this box of playing cards from Bicycle. It's this hidden, it's really Illuminati theme. I just don't think that they can say Illuminati. Throughout the deck, it's just this ominous kind of just like chaos and maybe magical theme. So I'm going to go with that theme throughout my photos. In this video, I'm going to show you 3 different photos where I used AI to help enhance these images and just bring it all together to that theme. This first photo that we have here is just a front-facing shot of an open box, and it's kind of weird. You might be saying, Tanner, it's just an open box. That's not really the point. The open box, it's open, but AI is going to help fix. You'll see. So I just did some basic Lightroom adjustments and then threw it into Photoshop. And this fun fact, the out of focus element here, this little brown, that's actually my finger. It was in the way of this macro shot. I just thought it looked good, so I kept it. So the first thing that I did here, I actually zoomed in on the product itself, so it took up more of the real estate of the frame. And then I selected that open lid of the box, and getting rid of that so you can chill. So I used the rectangular marquee tool, select the area that I wanted this AI software to affect, and I typed in create an Illuminati element, and I really wasn't sure what it was gonna produce because I'm like, does generative fill or does Adobe let people create stuff based off the Illuminati? Like, is that illegal or is that against the terms of service that I totally read and agreed to? It gave me some really good images. With this generative fill, by default, it gives you 3 different options. You can just cycle through the different options that you like or hit generate and it'll give you another 3 options. But I like this very first one that it gave me. It looked like multiple eyes in the center and then just like these like branches or whatever they are, these supports. I just thought, oh, that fills up like the whole, even like went with the angle of the box. Like it could tell like I shot it like an off angle. After that, I just added in some of my own personal taste, just made a triangle to go with this triangle, just added in a design repetition element, threw on just the smoke PNG to add in some texture, and I turned this photo from this to this. And really, it's just me playing around with AI software, just kind of getting accustomed to it and seeing what it's capable of. And I was really happy that it created imagery based off the like Illuminati. This next image, again, the theme is ominous. We want it to feel dark and kind of mysterious, kind of spooky. So this image here, I took the different classes of cards, stacked them all together, which took forever, it seemed like, because I kept dropping the cards. The goal of this photo was to make it look surreal. So the direction that I wanted to go, I wanted these to be floating on water. To do that, I went to pexels.com and I typed in ripples in water or water ripples. Once I found something that I liked, I just made it dark by changing the blend mode, and then I masked out the cards to where it would appear like they are on top of the water. Next, I looked for a blood moon, and in my opinion, a blood moon pairs really well with different ominous photos. If you want to go for that dark, moody, a blood moon is so appropriate. It's like a cherry on top of a sundae. It's like a blood moon cherry on top of a sundae. Ugh, mustache fix. Found the image that I liked. It looked like it was shot with a telescope, but I threw it into Photoshop and gave it a ripply effect to make it look like these ripples of the water were actually like waving and you saw the reflection of the moon. And then finally, I just changed the color balance of this photo to more red. That way it paired really well with the whole design of the box cards itself. So after that, I knew I was ready for AI. Used my crop tool, made it more Instagram friendly, and what that really means is just making it more vertical friendly instead of just this wide angle shot. The reason that's important, the reason why it's Instagram friendly, is because it's going to take up more real estate of someone's phone. So if they're just like scrolling down on their phone just like mindlessly, if it's a longer photo, the chances of them stopping and then going back to your photo and being like, whoa, how'd Tanner do that? Are those cards actually on water? It's gonna make the chances of that higher, which is gonna give you more likes. Hopefully they're gonna share it. Then your Instagram's gonna blow up. You're gonna be Insta famous in like a couple hours. Don't hold me to that. So we made it more Instagram friendly. We made it more vertical. We're gonna give it a prompt of create the rest of the scene. And I love the prompt, create the rest of the scene, especially for something like this where you got this checkered background. The checkered background means like there's no pixels. I think the generative fill feature does a better job when there's not a lot of other stuff to base its results off of. That way you don't accidentally or unintentionally confuse the program and it gives you, results that you weren't really wanting. I might be totally wrong and it might not be affected at all. That's just from my experience. So I've typed in create the rest of the scene and it made this water, like it looks really good. I had to go in there and just like touch it up a bit. This photo looks great, and honestly, if it was for a client or if someone was to buy this photo or as a print, I would just give them this version of the photo. But I was curious to see what else this AI software could do, so I typed in create an ominous Illuminati figure. and it created some like realistic looking like human-based figures. So I went with this one, gave it another wave effect like I did with the blood moon, and I turned this photo from this basic wide angle shot to this vertical tasty shot. Like man, that's a completely different photo. I am sweating. Whew. I'm not sweating because like I'm excited from these photos and how they're turning out, which I think they're turning out great. That's not making me sweat though. I'm sweating just because I came back from the gym. I had an excellent workout. I had a glorious workout. They're gonna sing songs about today's workout. I'm just hot and I'm still in like my gym clothes, and you know, I'm causing my own problems. Speaking of heat though, we're gonna bring the heat with this final image. We're gonna start with this close-up shot of the ace of spades being framed by these two other cards. And the idea of this is to make it look like it's in a room or some kind of area that's just being engulfed by flames, just destructions and suspicious activity. And that's just the idea that I get from the front and the back of this box of cards. So I'm gonna start by making it more Instagram friendly, just stretching the frame all the way up to where it's more vertical dominant. I have a fire PNG, has a solid black background, which is great for this edit. It's just burning down to the ground. Next, I'm gonna select the middle area of this photo, and I'm gonna type in create ash and cinder materials, and we're gonna go with that. And this, it doesn't need to be crisp, it doesn't need to be in focus, it just needs to look like it's in a room that's on fire. When paper or materials, which this looks like it could be paper, when paper and materials burn, they'll kind of go up because the heat is just making it rise. Then I'm gonna select the right and a bit of this left side and type in create the rest of the scene. There's the finished photo. This red texture in the top right corner, it looks like it could be a wall. Maybe it's like a wall print or something from like an old home. And if that's the case, or if you want to say that that is what it is, it looks like the camera that was used to take this photo was more tilted this way, which is totally fine. That's not really a detail that's super important. Everything in this shot just needs to somehow make sense. It needs to be intuitively like in tune to the person of what they're looking at. And this whole scene does look like a room that's just being engulfed by flames. It's really ominous. It's really kind of just like mysterious, gives you those bad vibes. And the only thing in focus is this ace of spades that's just like staring into your soul. It's kind of spooky, but that's the whole theme of the playing cards. That's the power of AI and how it can help enhance and improve your photography. And don't think you need to be using AI if you want to have better photos, if you want to be known for having great photos. You don't need this at all. AI, in my eyes, is still just a tool that should be used by professionals like you or me just to help make our work that much better. I mean, think of yourself as a construction worker. You bring your bucket of tools to work or your bag of tools. This would be one of those. This would just be added into the tool bag. Or if you're Batman, it's just, you know, it's just one of those tools in your utility belt. You just use AI to stop the Joker. Here's some other photos that I made. They weren't made with AI. I just put them together because I thought they were really fun and they paired really well with the whole theme of this project. If you like this video, go ahead and crush the like button. That'll help me out a lot. And if you want to see more stuff like this and see what AI can do, or see more of my thoughts on AI as a creative professional, let me know down below in the comments. Subscribe if you want to see any more videos like this, and be sure to follow me on Instagram at theycallme_Tanner if you want to see any of the other work that I'm working on. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye.